From the green trees in South Carolina to the deep desert, we're here in Phoenix, Arizona for the next couple of days to find the best thrift store in America. We're here today at the Goodwill in Arizona looking for some quality items, some great deals, and some good vibes. Those are the three main categories that I look for when I'm searching for the best thrift store. Here's an example. I'm in the shoe section. I just found these Jordan 1 highs. They're $35, but I pulled out the sole and I found out that these are fakes. But $35 for a pair of Jordan 1s would be a great deal and something that we'd be excited to find. Other things I like to find are vintage clothes like this jazz hat that I'm wearing, video games, toys, sports memorabilia, basically anything that we can resell online to make a profit. Haley and I are going to be in her old stomping grounds, but also it's her birthday weekend, so we're going to take a couple of little detours along the way. We're going to stop at least 4 thrift stores, and I would love to find something Arizona themed. Welcome to the valley. You got a little something?
Yeah, it's like a Free People cardigan. I don't know if Free People resells well, but... Free People
resells really well. Longer one's called rodeo robes. They're selling for like 180 bucks. And then there's another one that looks closer to yours. It's probably like 45. I'm not really seeing anything.
Let's go to the next one.
Okay. Birthday girl? What are you looking forward to?
At Goodwill.
What am I looking forward to? Let's get our priorities straight.
Let me tell you. You want some video games, sports memorabilia.
All right, yeah. We already covered that part of the video. Did you thrift a lot before we started dating?
Yeah, it wasn't cool though.
Right off the bat, we got this pair of Air Maxes. 25 bucks. They sell around 50, maybe 75 on a good day. I'll have to think about these ones. Saw a couple of baseball bats here. Easton is a great brand to look out for. This one's the Reflex. This is an older model that's only selling for about 20 bucks and it's listed at 5, so $15 profit is not great. Plus, I can't take a baseball bat in my bag, but if you can find Easton baseball bats that are approved by like leagues, there's a different little logo I'll put up on the screen. I think it's USSSA. Then that's approved for like baseball leagues and little league and all of that kind of stuff, so they'll sell quicker. There's a little Jurassic World Triceratops. It's still the new with tags and only what, $250. I just looked this guy up and he's only worth about $10 though. So in my opinion, not worth picking up, but keep an eye out for Jurassic Park and Jurassic World figures, especially like the hard plastic ones, the vintage ones, the newer ones. They all resell really well and there's tons of popularity based around them. I'm thinking of implementing a rule on this quest to just make all Goodwills a consistent, solid C-. C-,
yeah.
Hey, QT. I was talking about you. You didn't like my joke? Hey Maggie, show us what you got. For every like that the video in this series get, we're gonna donate a penny to the winning thrift store's charity. Oh, that's sweet. Nice find. Dead stock with tags. Shout out to the Huskies. Let's get that for sure, that's nice. So I'm just starting to get into this, looking at different college textbooks. Sometimes they can sell for a lot. This is photography 11th edition, probably just a couple of bucks, but I looked it up. One's selling for 50, another one's selling for 10, another's for 26, so all over the place, but worth looking into for sure. Is that a tickle me Elmo?
Your child tickles Elmo and he talks.
That tickles.
Oh, that is sweet. Some Brooks for $6. These are in good shape. They have really good prices here. This is a fun one to come to.
Yeah, really fun.
Do you guys have any like charity associated with your what you
Yes,
do?
we're an organization that supports homeless, pregnant women.
Oh, great.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah.
Okay, thanks. It's always good to hear.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, for listening.
You too. Hey Maggie, not bad. Got a vintage dead stock Washington Huskies Nike pullover. Got a nice little LA Dodgers snapback. There's a problem specific to Arizona. Did you have to live with scorpion problems?
We only saw like one in my house growing up. We smashed it with a shoe. It was like a baby one, and apparently the baby scorpion stings way worse. I'm not a scorpion pro, but we could ask him.
Yeah. Call 480-593. Next stop, the Salvation Army in Scottsdale. This is an entirely different experience than when Haley and I went to Chicago. No recording in the store? There's this TV that doesn't work. $100. They didn't even let us film in there, and everything was listed at $500. Some real vintage teas in here.
This would be $25 there, and what is it here?
$3.
Here's a Lee's tag.
Oh yeah, the Lee Sport.
Diamondbacks World Series.
I think they won the World Series, like, what, 2001. Mostly clothes. I wish they had a toy section or something. There's just like one toy in the whole store. Oh, this is something that I would grab if I was back home in Salt Lake City. For sure. One of those Bose headphones just don't cut it. Here we go again.
Good prices though.
I deal at any price. Elvis.
We're good. How are you?
Anything new?
I travel around the country to different thrift stores, and we're excited to see this one.
All right. Where have you traveled to?
We've been to Atlanta, Las Vegas,
Nice.
Chicago.
Yeah, when I get time off, I always travel thrift stores. I love it.
Oh, you
It's
do?
fun to
Yeah.
see it.
Yes,
the world
it
that
is.
way, huh?
Yeah,
What's
mine's
your-
a little different than everybody else. It's like an indoor swap meet, a thrift store, a vintage store, a collectible store, and then I do drive for the homeless and all that. So
Oh,
I'm
that's great.
constantly busy doing everything. This is my 15th store.
Wow.
Yeah, I love doing it.
Oh, that's a very Haley thing. What is it?
I don't know what I'd put in it.
Oh, yeah. Eli's got different hair though. He's got Molly's hair. Yeah. Who's that? Spidey.
All brand new stuff. I think the vibes are really fun. It's just stuff that I normally don't get. Thank you. We didn't get our Georgia peach, but we got our Arizona orange.
Yeah, so good.
The dry desert of Arizona sends us to our next location.
Letting cancer define him. He wanted to get back to what he does best, music and performance.
Did you know Mandy Moore had another movie?
Never heard of it.
Macaulay Culkin too?
Yeah. Lots of girl stuff. Just harder to find stuff in.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it. You know, Haley didn't quite work out. We were in, we were out. We're gonna walk down over here to this little antique store called Everything Goes. We found a flashback to Christmas when I decided to give up my very own Joseph and hide him inside that Christmas decoration house. Same exact one. Again, without Mary or Jesus. We came here to Arizona for Haley's birthday, and on Tyce, baby, we love a good deal at a thrift store, but we love a deal everywhere else. So tell them why we're going over here to Joe's Barbecue.
Birthday freebies, free dinner pretty much. This is Joe's Barbecue. It's legendary in Gilbert, Arizona. I grew up going here for my birthday, so we're going for my birthday.
What do you get at Joe's Barbecue?
The mac and cheese is 10 out of 10.
Fun fact that I totally forgot to bring up. When Haley was in Arizona and we were dating, this is where she took us on our second date.
Because everyone likes barbecue.
We're getting an interesting variety here in Arizona. I'm not sure if it's a great thing, but this one is giving me more pawn shop type of vibes.
Yeah. Is it the bars on the windows? Hi.
These guys have done Google image searches on these and printed it out and taped it onto the stuff
To prove that.
to prove that that's what they think it's worth. These can do surprisingly well. Like these hand crocheted blankets. Probably get like 40 or something out of that on eBay. Okay, we found this Canon UC1 camera for $4.99. This thing goes for about $50 online if it works, but the sell-through rate, 20%. We got a little Nintendo Wii here for $30, missing the cords. Not enough profit on that, I don't think. This thing's pretty beat for $20. I always love looking for a Bose remote. Some of these can sell for like $100. This Coach bag's selling for $30 on eBay, and they've got it listed for $65. Let's review our thrift stores from Arizona. First of all, I'm gonna save us both some time and give both of those Goodwills a C-. Goodwill, although they do good things for their employees, it seems like they're helping out the customers less and less as time goes on and trying to make as much profit as possible. I'd say that I can't blame them, but when you get your stuff for free, you should charge less. The next day, we stopped at a place called Maggie's and picked up this little number. We're in Arizona, but we picked up the Washington crew neck. This is probably gonna be around 50 bucks. I think the only negative with Maggie's was the variety of items that I was looking for. They had amazing deals, great vibes, and a lot of their proceeds go to helping homeless pregnant women. Next up was the Salvation Army. Now this one was way different than the one in Chicago. This Salvation Army was fun. It was old fashioned. It hadn't been updated in like 15 or 20 years. That's where you find really good deals like the Arizona tee that we picked up. 2001 Diamondbacks on the Lee Sport tag. I love that. But they also lacked having any kind of like toy section, sporting goods section. It was mostly clothes and kind of miscellaneous items. Still fun to go to, and if I was a native of Arizona, I'd visit that place at least once a week to find some really good prices. We took a quicker stop at the Halo Animal Rescue Thrift Boutique. It's a mouthful. We wanted to stop in because we appreciate that cause. Unfortunately, there really just wasn't anything for us. I could see how locals would want to stop there. It had more kind of antique-y vibes, but after a quick look, it just wasn't for us. Let's talk about Here We Go Again. While the store was small, it was really fun and organized to look through each individual little section. The lady that we met there in the customer service was unprecedented. She was so nice, so fun. It was so great to meet somebody who was equally as passionate about thrift stores. Unfortunately, there wasn't really anything for us at this sale. So while we did appreciate the hospitality and it was fun to look at, I'm not gonna grade it as high, and because there weren't good enough deals for me to be able to flip online. Speaking of flip, we're gonna talk about our experience at the Blue Balloon. I'll get to the flip part in a second. The first thrift store that I've seen that has tried this technique that I've seen at a lot of garage sales, where people print off what something is listed for on eBay as a means of justifying the price that they want to sell something for. So for example, I found those Jordans that they wanted $100 for, and printed off next to them and like almost laminated was a screenshot of the Google image results that they found when they searched it. So just because something is listed for $200 doesn't mean that that's what it's worth. Something is only worth what someone's willing to pay for it. So you got to go through sold listings if you want to know what something's really worth. I'm a little nervous about bringing this up, but I want to be as transparent as possible. The lady who worked there heard me talking about how they were charging more than what stuff was worth, and I wasn't trying to be nasty or critical of somebody else's business. I'm just simply explaining my own opinion of what I think makes a good thrift store. And so while I try and stay tactful about that, and I don't mean any disrespect, I can understand how somebody who has worked really hard to build a business can be offended by me saying certain things like that. And I usually try and like keep my explanations to a whisper, or you know, I talk to Haley about it after or something. But with this one, I was a little too loud and she heard me. And so when I said thank you on my way out, she did the casual bird flip when she was scratching her eye, and I wasn't gonna say anything about it, but I think that I need to, because it caught me off guard and it made me double check myself if I was being disrespectful or not. I don't think that was called for by her. I think that was kind of a cowardly thing to do, but it is what it is. Drama on Tyce baby. Here's a list so far of where we think are the best thrift stores in America, and if you know where the best thrift store is, make sure and drop a comment and we'll try and get to it. That wraps up our time here in Phoenix. We had a really great time celebrating Haley's birthday. Make sure and subscribe for the next place that we're headed. And if you haven't seen our last video in Las Vegas, it's coming up next.